Okay, this is my sixth take of this review. Every time I try to talk about this figure, I slip up, I do something I don't like, and I just say screw it. So no matter what, no matter how many problems I make, this is the version I will finish and upload. So this is the Hasbro Star Wars 6-inch Black Series, Walmart exclusive Imperial Shock Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront, that game that everyone loved. No, not really. And what do I gotta say about this figure? This is, well, number one, a pretty good repaint, but I'm not really sure how I feel about the mold that they repainted it from, given how the Shock Troopers actually look in the game. But overall, what you get here is a pretty nice figure, and if you can get it, if the scalpers don't get to it before you do, I highly recommend you try to get him. So giving you a couple comparisons first, let's show him off with the Stormtrooper, what he is a repaint of. Now, as you can see, the white they used on this plastic is far better. Well, I really shouldn't say that because for some reason my Stormtrooper has, the plastic's really matte. It's kind of yellowed for some reason. I have no clue. But, yeah, the plastic they used on the Shock Trooper is just, in my opinion, leagues and bounds above the original Stormtrooper. Even though I do think his joints are actually kind of tight, it's really weird. I want to show this ankle joints off right now. His ankle joints, I have them at, midway from the ratchets, because you know how the Black Series has ratchet joints. See, that's a ratchet right there. And then that's a midway, and then that's the other ratchet. It's like there's no happy medium. You just have to sort of get it midway. And I think after having it midway for so long, it's actually kind of formed a little ratchet there itself. Either that or I'm just talking gibberish and none of that makes sense. But be mindful that some of the joints may be kind of weird. I will go over the articulation in a little bit. But I want to give you off. See, that's something that would make me stop the video and shoot it again. But screw it. This is the Emperor right here. You can see the Emperor next to his Shock Trooper. And this is really, really great looking. I mean, that's kind of what this figure is meant for. You know, it's a Shock Trooper. It goes next to the Emperor. And that looks really, really good. Giving you a couple other comparisons. Here he is with another figure that is happily scalped by many, Boba Fett, just because he was on my desk. For some reason, he doesn't want to pose today. And another comparison with another heavily scalped figure. There he is with Captain Phasma. And another comparison. This is more of a deco comparison and like a design comparison. Here he is with the original Shock Trooper from the clones. And as you can see, the details here, it certainly gave him some differences in the striping. You can see way more stripes on the clone, on the helmet, and on the arms. He's got stripes instead of just the blocks. You can see, I mean, it's a pretty similar design all around, but I don't know which design I prefer. On the back too, you can see the Shock Trooper, the Imperial one's got a red stripe all the way down. I'm not sure which design I prefer. I want to say the clone, but this Stormtrooper, Shock Trooper, works really, really well. Now, you may be saying, if you're one of the people that played the video game, hey, this looks kind of different from what they actually look like, and you're 100% correct. Because in the video game, they're more like Sand Troopers. You're getting in a Sand Trooper figure here. They have the backpack, and they have this rifle. That's what they look like. And I do want to show that off to you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this backpack on, and I'm going to give him a different gun, which this is a perfect opportunity to show this gun. This is the IG-88 rifle. Every Stormtrooper comes with this. It's pretty meh. I mean, it's nicely painted and all that, but I mean, if it'll get into focus, there we go. You can see that has a lot of nice details. I don't know, I've never really been a huge fan of the design of this rifle, but, you know, it's not terrible. And even though I don't display my Shock Trooper with the backpack, I do display him with this rifle, which came from a Sand Trooper. This is what they look like in the video game. They look more like heavies. And this raises the point, Hasbro, why didn't you just repaint him from the Sand Trooper? I mean, don't really see how you couldn't. I mean, this is all you really had to give him, and I mean, he does come with an E11 because he is a repaint of the Stormtrooper mold. And showing off the E11 here just because. So I don't forget, it's the exact same from what we've seen before. Nothing special. I'm not even really going to give it a lot of time to get into focus. You can see it's just an E11. There's not really much special there. And putting it back in. Doop. But yeah, that's what he looks like, more video game accurate. But this is how I display him. That's how I'm going to keep him for the rest of the review, with that weapon. Because I think that looks a little nicer. Now, give me a second while I put the other backpack on. I'm just going to talk about him. This figure, it's... well, it's Walmart exclusive, which I don't really understand why it's a Walmart exclusive, but oh well. And it's very hard to get, because people want to scalp it because, screw it. But this figure is, it is really nice. It's my favorite Stormtrooper figure they've released so far. It's beating out the Shadow Trooper just because it's a clone homage. For articulation, it's exactly the same as our white buddy here. He's got really nice head articulation. These Stormtroopers, that's one thing I've always loved, the head articulation. It's just so immense. I mean, it's insane how much articulation they give him. His elbows are kind of, not his elbows, oh my god, his shoulders, they don't really go out far, and as you can hear, they kind of click. He's got nice dual jointed elbows, which go in pretty far, a lot more than I can say for the First Order ones. The standard wrists, bicep swivel, this wrist does have this, but for some reason this hand, as you can see, it's like it's losing paint inside, and I don't understand why it's doing that. And it kind of holds the gun looser. I hope that's not the actual plastic tearing, but I don't know. Showing off some more details here. You can see they got some little dots. And I love this tan color they put on the back of the belt. But as you can see, he's got the standard waist joint. He's got forward, a little bit back, in and out, thigh swivel, dual hinge knee, and those ankles that I was talking about with the midway point and all that. And ankle pivot. So the articulation on this guy's pretty good. I'm a huge fan of the articulation, and you can get him in pretty much any pose you want. I've even gotten him in the Shock Trooper pose from Revenge of the Sith, where he's holding his rifle. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. That's my review of him. Very kind of unprofessional. I don't know why. This was probably one of the worst reviews I've shot in a while. But I just wanted to get a review of him out there because it's a really cool figure and I highly recommend it. So guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and may the Force be with you. Bye.